people that, in our society that is advocating for, so many important population or
Mm-hmm.
doing career that is give them opportunity.
Hi, welcome back to the Matcha Talk Podcast. I'm Liam.
And I'm Net.
Just felt like January just like clicked by the like just a click and then December.
I mean, seriously, after Thanksgiving, I thought 24th is already tomorrow.
Right? Since we're like back and already recording and stuff, I'm just like so happy and feel so refreshed with our little break from our
Mhm.
recording and stuff. Well, at this episode, Net, what's gonna happen?
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanking Liam for pinching the idea of us starting a podcast, and a huge shout out and thank you for our support from home and our listener.
You know that, Net, like from I've noticed from the Matcha Fast Run to now, like your growth itself is just so like inspirational. Like if you're an introverted, you told me this before, like you're an introverted person, and then now like you're slowly coming out of that shell. And I think that's strong and brave of you to do that, and especially like open to learning, open to more of new things, and yeah.
Well,
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive.
people that knows me, they'll be like, "Oh, really, Net introverted?" Ha ha ha. I mean, of course, like when someone new come into your life or get to know people, of course you'll be, a little scared about what to say and how to approach people. But once
Definitely.
you know me and you know them, you know that I'm not gonna shut up.
I want to know, like, since we started the podcast and stuff, what are the most memorable for you making the podcast?
One of them, out of any episode,
Like making it, yeah.
making it. I mean, I feel like one of the most memorable thing that I feel like one thing that I can think of from top of my mind was be the part 2 of the mediumship with Wa. It's a memorable thing for me because it's like, you feel like you can live without connecting to another side, but at the same time, once you get connected, you felt like, wow, like I
Damn, your girl so fine, but her breath is like, whoa. She say she wanna
can move on and, stop like blaming yourself.
I think that's really like it's interesting because like everyone's belief system is a bit different. Like you mean
Mm-hmm.
like everyone's like, oh, because it's not like proven this way, or I'm not open to listen to this. But like some people are just like the response of in regards of that episode. I think it's so like humble because like people are like, whoa, you guys are opening up about medium shit. And no
Yeah.
one really talked about it before and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a different type of flavor. No pun
Yeah.
intended. Different flavor in the
Yeah.
podcast, in the podcast community. I think with your episode with that one, I think that it's such a um it kind of reminds us to check on our family member. Like
Mm.
if I mean we should really take advantage of that of there if they're still here, and
Yeah.
because like like we never know when the time is up for some folks,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe someone just needs some support, or yeah, need someone to be there. So
Yeah. How about you, Liam?
Hi.
Okay.
What's the most favorable thing?
for me, I would say working with Unit and work types of people. You ground me. You
Yeah,
ground
definitely.
me.
I was like,
Like you ground the podcast. I'm so happy for that because you really like ground the whole thing because like you're more, not saying zodiac sign, but she's a Virgo, but like I'm a Libra. I'm an earth sign. I'm always up there in my head. You technically
yeah,
like ground me
literally.
by, yeah. You were grounded, and I'm so blessed to work with you, Net. You have no idea from the bottom of my heart that to have a co-host that really flexible and has a lot of patience as well, and not only that, very creative person, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
No, you are,
Nice.
to be honest.
Well, thank you. I
Yeah,
like
and
to
I
work with you too. You push me out of my comfort zone, trying new things.
mm,
Like you said, you're like very up there. So it's kind of like it pushed me to, try new things. Like sometimes when you keep yourself grounded all the time and be realistic, sometimes it's hard to step out
kind
of it, right?
so kind of switching the tones technically.
Hmm. So it's
Yeah.
nice. It's fun.
I don't know if you guys look back. I'm gonna put a little clip here. Episode of Ned's like look. It's always on fleek. I told her like Ned,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love you're always on fleek. It's just like, girl, you have no idea.
Except one episode. Except I can literally say except one episode. I mean, every episode I try to look my best, but I feel like except one episode, I feel like it should be at least good looking. But I just so busy that day, and I
Hey,
couldn't
I
keep that
mean,
up.
it gives it a little bit of a fresh look on Ned. Like a give it a here and there, like wham bam. It doesn't have to be like
Yeah,
bam all the time.
some episode I have to give you the realness of how net look.
Exactly.
Also
Ned,
to you, look at your hair.
I know.
You technically change up your look, to welcome the new year.
I felt like each episode of it, I love how we grew as individual. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
From the beginning to now and the editing, it just progresses us like, oh, you're progressing as a podcaster. And we don't like, oh, at least we're not going backwards in a way, but like
That's
we're
what I,
going more.
hope for us as well. And I hope that the listener and the viewer can notice that we put in the hard work, to produce this and we try our best. I understand some episode might not be like spot on in terms of videos or audio, but
Yeah.
those are just technical difficulty that we just cannot control. But I can say that as we're doing this, I feel like we get the hang of it. We try to improve it every time, and
Mhm.
hopefully it'll be much better next year.
Ned, what are the three things that stood out for you making the podcast? Like, like each of the episode, it's very diverse. It's a very like different type of feels,
Mhm.
different type of vibe. What are the three things that stood out for you?
I would say learning new things,
Mm-hmm.
changing mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and also better myself. Because
Mm,
like we talk to so many people that in our society that is advocating for so many important population or
mm-hmm.
doing career that is give them opportunity to travel worldwide or
Mm-hmm.
even platform to advocate for something that they're very passionate about, and also
Yeah.
be able to like technically live double life but in a good way. It's just one to have 9 to 5 jobs because we all need to pay bills, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time they need to express themselves and advocate for something that they believe in. And I
I
feel like
like that. Yeah.
yeah, and that's like really give me like, oh wow, like like us, like we have our normal job and then we also do podcasts, and it kind of keep me trying to push myself and look at the positive side of why
Mm-hmm.
we should continue doing this and why we're doing this.
And also gives you like a different perspective in life too, technically,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because like we do have that tone, our own tone of each day, like our job, our school,
Mm-hmm.
or family, kids, work, all of these things. Having the different type of tone and having that different type of hearing that different types of stories that we don't hear every day, it just really changes us. Not like only changing us in a good way by growth, in a
Mm-hmm.
growth that oh, I learned something today, maybe I need to
Yeah.
fix this part of my area of my life,
Mm-hmm.
oh, maybe I spent too much money, okay, maybe I need to like save up more in this part of my life, or maybe I just like, if she could do it, like being the first woman of doing this thing, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe I could do something for my community to shape that, to
Mm-hmm.
kind of be involved with that communication.
Yeah,
you know.
like out of our episode, like when we did the House of Hottie and
Mm,
Marky Davis,
mm,
seriously, I was like, I have no idea that there's a
yeah.
drag king,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
have no idea that there's
Hmm.
like gay world competition.
Yeah, Mr. Gay World.
I wouldn't know. Like this is so new to me, and it's like new, but actually like my opening. The society is so big, and sometimes if you don't connect it or somehow get to know these populations, you probably would never find out.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like the everyday things that we hear about in the
Mm-hmm.
mainstream media. I like
Exactly.
how we are so like we chose to make the tune a little bit different, than
Mm-hmm.
what we actually hear from the um I don't know, like news, radio, music, maybe we wanted a different type of feels to it. And I like how we decided to like to come out with this in the Bay Area. The Bay Area is a one diverse place in America that I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud to live
Yeah.
in. And
So
we're
many.
yeah, and there's so much that even you're a foodie person, you should go to Bay Area. But there's so much things that you guys don't know, that you guys don't see, you
Yes.
know? And I was just like, okay, cool. Like we have the cisgender male, cisgender woman, who are some of them are gay, some of them lesbian, some of them are, like non-binary or transgender, trans men, trans woman, we're not hearing that story every day.
Mm-hmm.
I think having that type of conversation that we started, I think that we're inviting anyone, any creator out there. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not ready or thinking you're not ready, come into the arena. You are welcome. You are so welcome to join. And also, don't make anyone stop you for creating things
Mm-hmm.
that you love.
Yeah. That's what we wanted to do. We want this podcast to also advocate other people beliefs and also
Mhm.
what they want to spread to the world, but we also want this podcast to bring people together, you know.
Yeah. Like Ned, like I really love how we started this podcast. Like why we started this podcast. Let me look back a year ago. Like a year ago, we were just like not a podcaster. We're just like, are we sure we want to do this? We were so questionable of should we do it or should we not? And
Mhm.
I love how we would speak on the phone because I was going through something in my life,
Mhm.
and I would say this now. I am HIV positive. This article came out and I was talking about it, and I'm so happy to mention the podcast as well. This came out like this
Mhm.
month. I'm thankful because a friend who like you, who are such a open-minded and who are like understanding of each step of the way,
Mhm.
and I think you are the one of the pillars of people that helped me get to that other side where I accepted it and I said, okay, I'm alive.
I'm glad that you feel that way, and I'm glad that I can be your support, and help you to take that extra step. I do
Mm,
understand, that it can be really hard, to especially come out. But I know that when you call me and you tell me like I wanna like let's meet up. I have something that I really want to tell you. I just can't
mm,
tell it through the phone, and I'm just like, to be honest, like. Of course, I think of the worst thing because, like,
yeah.
okay, you tell me like you can't tell me through the phone, and you want us to see a new person. So I was like, I think of the worst thing, and my intuition it was right. Like I literally knew that it was
Mm,
gonna be this. And when I met you, I kind of already prepared to hear it.
mm,
And I know you can, like my expression to you wasn't as like crazy shock because I was
yeah.
kind of like have this instinct in me, maybe my little sixth sense kicking in,
Yeah.
but I told you like you'll be fine. The the tech medications and everything nowadays, you will live.
Yes. Yeah. And I appreciate that, Net, because having a friend like that kind of have that front of like, oh, I gotta be strong. I gotta be like, I cannot be emotional in front of my friend
Mhm.
who's currently in the verge of crying in front of me right now, telling me it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I appreciate that because like having that type of like friend to kind of like sat down with you and communicate with you that you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be okay. And I like that because I appreciate a friend like that. And if anyone's out there with HIV positive right now, currently,
Mhm.
and you are in that, just found out about it, or you're going through it, I know the media itself, the way they portray HIV itself is just not because it was in the past. You know, it was in the
Mhm.
past where medication were not even like fully there yet as we are
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
Um, they're not fully research about it as we are right now. You know, like
Mhm.
I think I felt so blessed and also lucky.
Mhm.
Thinking about how medication works nowadays and also that I could live long, I
Yes.
felt like it's a second chance in life for me, Ned. And that made me
Mhm.
like realize that having a podcast, having this type of conversation, and it doesn't have to be an HIV positive. Everyone that goes through something in their life in the darkest times, that hey, there is a light at the end of the day.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that those stories, it's just that it really symbolic of something. You know what I mean? That
mhm.
like, you know, even non HIV positive, because any of us can be related to like some point in our life to hit an obstacle, and you know that we keep going and fight.
Yeah.
Anyone's going through it right now, I know having in that mental state is not the easiest.
Mhm.
Looking at me right now and all the episode or the pictures or anything, it looks put together, but it took a journey to get there to where I am now.
Mhm.
And with that journey, hopefully I could be a way of for you. You are to that light of acceptance, because it's gonna be a lot of emotions that you're gonna be
Mhm.
expressing, a lot of emotions, a lot of fear, and I know that you're a strong person, whoever you are out there that felt that it's not, you know, like you're not gonna make it, but you are gonna make it. You know, I
Mhm.
call 911. I call 911 a lot last year because I was suffering with anxiety in it,
Yeah, I
and I
know.
was
I was there, one of your anxiety,
episode.
and I literally tell you like you'll be fine, like relax, like
Yeah, and
come
having
on.
yeah, and I appreciate you
But
for
I get
saying
it.
yeah, because we didn't. I know I don't know if anyone like recall like know this, but I'm such a control freak on my
Mhm.
body, and like when I said to myself, you know, you got sick this week, okay, now next week we have to fight back twice to work hard and stuff, but being diagnosed with HIV positive made me have a switch perspective in my health,
Mhm.
also life, made me relationships, you know, like I with that, like such as like with health, I become more like less on, I don't know, like something more healthier for me, you know, like
Mhm.
lifestyle wise. I try to get up, but during that moment where I was diagnosed, I didn't get up, but it took time. It's like
Mhm.
baby steps, you know, it baby
Yeah,
steps up to there until
definitely.
you're accepting it, you know.
Yeah.
Relationship wise, like you need like a supportive friends, your
Mhm.
people, your pack, you know, like if you're packed right now, like when you came out the, I don't know, like the closet saying like, hey, I'm HIV positive, and they block you, or they, I'm not saying someone blocked me because of my HIV, no. More like if
Okay. Just
ever
kidding.
like if you guys ever encountered someone like like, you know, like
That.
they're not that much there supportive anymore because something happened. They're not your friends. They're not
Exactly.
literally your friends,
Mm-hmm.
or they just use you for a certain way, or you know, because you're diagnosed with something. They're not
Mm-hmm.
literally your friends, because like if they're your friends, they would just be there, be supportive with you. That type of support, it's like give and take type of thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't have to be always one way of giving of
Yeah, and
friendship.
also, that's what I was telling you as well. Like,
Uh-huh.
I know you've been single.
And he'll be like, okay.
What?
We would go hiking, we go get pho, we would go get like
Mm-hmm.
soup, we would go to Berkeley downtown, you know, area. Oh no. And we would go
Mm-hmm.
to like the Chinese restaurant in Oakland, the dirty
Mm-hmm.
Chinese, and then we would go to like LA and stuff, and go to LACMA and stuff. I think about it. It's nice to look at an Instagram and stuff, but at the end of the day, are you really satisfied with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, wow, like, am I just doing this for the gram, or am I just doing this for valid? I don't know, like validation, or I don't know. Yeah,
It's the
it
society, like that pressure you to have this perfect
look,
vision of relationship.
yeah,
It seemed like everyone having fun and in love, but planning all those things are tiring.
I know, but
Yeah.
until you met the one, I met this person, and it changed my life. It changed my life for
Mm-hmm.
good. Changed my perspective of a lot of things. About I was reading more of that book again, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That one, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Is it that one?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
learned a lot about finances about this dude. And it's funny because
Did you
like
learn anything? Did you
I
actually
learned a
practice
lot.
anything?
Well, you know, like I'm still trying, and I don't
Mm.
want to be hypocritical. I'm still learning.
Uh-huh.
I'm slowly, yeah, even ask my friend, hi Shara, shout out to you. I know you're gonna hate me for this. We started like hanging out the other time during Thanksgiving. We were talking about Sephora. And then we were like, net, like seriously, me and Shara would be like, "Are you still a Rogue member?" Like, yeah, I'm still a more Rogue member. Because usually, being a Rogue member, you had to spend like $1,000 or more a
Yeah.
year, and
Mm-hmm.
then you would get like the discount and shit to just spend
Mm-hmm.
some more money, you know, and like it was,
No, exactly. That's how I feel like, society want you to keep up. And sometimes being
yeah,
a certain level of a member of certain thing is just technically a status. Status, you have to
definitely.
spend so much money. And,
Hmm.
I feel like before I was probably the same boat. But now as I'm getting older and, with the whole financial, I feel like, if I don't need it, I don't need it. So I kind of learned to prevent myself from spending unnecessary money. And I think I've been doing really good. I try not to spend money on myself, but I always spend money on others or
I
entertainment,
know.
food. And I think it's always go to food. And it's so terrible.
I think you're in right in track, net. Definitely, that's like a
So if you
yeah.
need some financial advice, not that I great at it, but I can definitely help you.
You know, like I've kind of like slowly like to get like be there as well. Like it's what you want, it's not what you need, and like it's not what you want, it's what you need. Oh my goodness, this just works for how.
Oh no. Even that, you mess it up.
Please don't sue me. So so
Wait. I mean, I'm sure that you'll learn eventually. It might be this year. We only have a
I'm
couple weeks
really
left, and
learning already. I don't know what you're talking about.
oh,
Seriously,
sure.
I'm more minimalist in my clothing now.
I'm not gonna expose you here.
You
Well, you
know,
got a couple more weeks, before
girl,
24 comes, and you can
girl,
restart
I,
it.
okay, being using makeup like now, it's not like where I buy religiously of like makeup, you know, every day. You know, I work in
Yeah.
medical field. I won't use that makeup anyway. So
Uh-huh.
I see myself spending less more money on that factor, and I
Yeah.
was just like, wow, like I look at myself sometimes. I look at these kids and spend so much. I was just like,
Mhm.
I look at them like I was used to be you.
I used to be you. Oh my
I
god, you
used to
just
be
age
you,
yourself so hard.
dude, dude. I don't know,
I
but
mean I
you feel
mean,
that way
I
too.
feel that way too. I mean, I feel like my early 20s, I would definitely try to keep up with like high-end stuff, right? But now that like I'm at this, I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not
That is
young.
so practical that she think Nick's
Yes.
is freaking luxury already. She's
Yeah, technically, like I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna explore drugstore makeup because I believe that once you find the products that is work for you, even though it's
no.
cheap and
I'm sorry,
drugstore,
Nick's. Yeah.
it worked for you, so I feel like it works for you. And you know, I tried a lot, okay, in the past month and year. So I think I finally found it, and I feel like my makeup doesn't really change. I don't wear like crazy colors. It's always neutral. So I think I found it. I cracked the code.
She cracked the code. All right, next. So with this one, with our next segment, I don't know if you guys remember this. It's called the Matcha Fast Talk. All
Woo!
right. All right, next. Are you ready for this?
Okay,
Let's go. Coffee or tea?
coffee,
Pizza or tacos?
taco,
Mac or Sephora?
Sephora,
Lalisa or Jenny?
Lalisa.
Duh. Okay.
Hello,
Morning person or a night owl?
night owl.
Who's your biggest celebrity crush right now?
Would you be mad if I say I don't watch TV anymore?
Anywhere, girl, or social media, or influencer, or podcaster.
I would say Shay Mitchell.
Oh, she's pretty, girl. I like
I
her
know, and I feel
movies.
like when I watch her, I feel like I kind of look like her.
You do, but girl, okay, city life or countryside?
As much as I like city, I think I prefer countryside. Yeehaw.
Short engagement or long engagement?
Short engagement.
So like when you get engaged within like 5 or 6 months, or 3, 2, or
Oh, engagement as a like married engagement?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a conversation engagement.
No.
Okay, of course it'd be a long engagement if we're talking about relationship.
Okay.
Then divorce. Just kidding.
John, if you're
Ah.
listening, careful.
Kidding. I was actually it's pretty funny, but probably fucking okay.
Museums or live concert?
Live concert.
Oh, which one's the most you want to go? I remember you told me that you want to watch Joji. I'm like, who's that?
Oh yeah, I hate you for not knowing. You're not Asian. You don't know Joji? You're not Asian. I'm just kidding. If I could, I want to see Adele.
Adele?
I really want to go see Adele.
Me too, man. I really want to
No,
watch
I
her.
wanna see Adele. I like her, and I think she's pretty, and her voice is so amazing. And then I'm gonna set that thing on fire in the rain.
In the rain, oh my god. You would.
But yeah,
You would.
I want to see Adele.
Oh my god. Eras Tour or Renaissance?
Renaissance.
I love that. You
Either
know,
way, it's good.
either grade's good. I know both of them are. You know, I love that we have this part of segment in the podcast that we could get to know the host as well, get to know the guests. You know, I love how we started this with Marky. Marky was just like, "This is it." I thought I was expecting something more.
I know, and he's like, I'm open to anything, and we're just like, but we're gonna have to keep PG-13.
Well, you know, like we kind of like had that challenge from him, and that's Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's continue with our
Conversation.
episode. Is your least favorite things making the podcast?
Well, my least favorite things making the podcast is just that, hmm, probably like more of like the editing part at the beginning. We were like such
Mm-hmm.
challenged by it because like
We're so
nitty
new.
we were just like nitty gritty of it, like, and then we were just like,
Yeah. I
and
think because
each
we're so new to it too, and you are just the OCD person out of both two. Me and you, I would feel like you're more perfectionist than OCD. And when you ask me like, how does this look? How does this sound? I'm just like, great. And you're like, no, really, how does this sound? I'm like, it's fine to me. But then to
oh
you,
my
it's just
god,
like,
yeah.
no, like really, listen to it. How's it sound? I'm like, it sounds the same.
I just I just felt like we just wanted to make that high quality
hmm
thing out there, and
Yeah.
because like we invest in our time with it and those people
hmm
as well to have time with our interview. I just felt like we
Yes.
wanted to justify their time and our time as well to kind of have that with them. We tried our best and at the
hmm
beginning, but at least I think we have a formula now. We have
I
a
think we
formula
kind of,
now.
I think we definitely kind of figure it out, of who do what, delegating our duties and who do what best.
Yeah. Like
And I
who's the
think, that make things easier for us.
but you guys will never know our secrets. Mwahaha. But yeah.
If you want to know, pay us.
Mwahaha. We're gonna be like crab we're gonna be like Krusty Krab, and then those people will try to get the formula. We're gonna be like never. Like,
But yeah, we definitely figure it out, and I feel like this make our life much easier as we have our full-time job, and
mhm.
time management is definitely one of the biggest problem right now, actually, as we think that we can do it, but I don't know, it's been really hard.
Going back real quick. What are the least favorite thing making the podcast for you?
Ooh, one of the least favorite thing for me would be the matcha fast run. This is not the actual episode of the Matcha Talk podcast, but this is the segment that we did to get to connect to community that we did
Mm,
earlier in the year. And that actually was pretty hard. And it's hard emotionally because we try to engage with the community. So we went out there, trying to talk to people and ask them questions and make a little TikTok on social media. It was really fun, like, to meet
it
these people
was.
and talk to them. But
Can I put something
people,
out there real quick? Sorry.
yeah,
We appreciate for those people who did the matcha run,
yes,
because I know you guys are so exhausted from your work, corporate job, or whatever you do in the weekday, and then you guys
hmm
look at us, we're like, huh? Like
like
we
what?
appreciate you for your
Thank you. Thank you for, just a little short conversation with you guys or definitely make our day because that helped us a lot to make our content. And also shout
yeah.
out to content creator out there. I totally understand how hard it is. People might see as a happy la la la, on their videos, but behind the scene is very difficult and very emotionally draining.
It is because you're like the editor, you're the director, you're the
Mm-hmm.
producer, you're like the financer, like all of the above technically
Yeah.
is your duty, you know,
Yeah.
and with that, like it takes a lot of like patience, you know. If
Mm-hmm.
I props those people who doesn't have a job right now and you do this for a living, you know, or some people just do this for hobbies, I props you too as well because like it's hard to continue to do this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
need to have like that drive or that motivation to continue doing what you do, you know,
Yeah.
because like
Mm-hmm.
you need to be creative and you need to
Mm-hmm.
have the cutting skills or a teamwork, you know, or someone
Yeah.
just by itself, you know, because like
Yeah.
without those, without system itself, you know, you're gonna fail, set yourself
Yeah,
to failure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that said, it might be the least favorite thing for me, but I actually do enjoy it. When I actually out
Yeah.
there doing the interview. I definitely enjoy it. I wouldn't mind doing it again. We haven't done it lately, but it's, just because it's the timing and
Yeah.
life, holiday time. And so it's just too short of a notice to schedule this. But definitely we might do this again in 2024.
Yeah. Like I have something to look forward in 2024 because we have this special project that we have with Mina Long Jump, with
Yes.
Manipur. We'll be
Yes.
selling candles. Announcement come out
Mhm.
already. Bingo.
Yes. Yeah. So we are, would like to give back to community. It might be in the US community, but it's going to be in Manipur, India. We would want to help those communities so they can grow their skills and, get up on their feet again. And I think it's very important to help other people, even they're, far away.
Exactly. Having that purpose and drive to continue on and something to give back on also just gives us this purpose to do the podcast as well. We're
Yes.
not, like I said, and we said before, we're not here to the next superstar. Never. We're
Mm-hmm.
here just for the community. We're here to make everyone feel not alone. We want to
Mm-hmm.
spread this positivity vibes to everyone, that they felt
Yes.
seen, heard, or even there for them. So, yeah.
Okay, enough of the talking. So we're gonna take a little break and with a little fun with the Matcha Fast Talk for Liam.
Oh my God.
You better be ready. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Okay. First, define love.
Love is self-love.
Chocolate or happiness?
Both.
Both. And if you have to pick one,
I would say happiness. Yeah. Because I don't want to get diabetes. So
dog or cat?
I would say dog. I'm a dog person. Yeah.
Love you or you love them?
I would say equal give and take.
Self-love. No?
Yeah, self-love as well, but equally give and take. Not to the point where it's like selfish though.
Mm-hmm. Should guy pay on the first date?
No, I think you should like equally pay. I'm such a Libra equal, you know what I mean?
I
So-
mean, when it comes to your case, it's two guys.
What do you mean, two guys?
Are you gonna go on a date with girls?
Oh yeah, no, but like I'd never go on a date ever with girl. But like, what do you mean, two guys? Clarify that, woman.
Documentary or music?
I'm not dating any two guys, just FYI, because just there, FYI.
No, what I'm trying to say was, if you go on a date, should guys pay on first date? And on your case, it's two guys in a date, right? So
Oh, because
you
I'm the
and
guy and he's the guy. Okay, clarification. Thank you. Jesus.
Okay.
She's stirring some pot somewhere. I don't know. I'm just like, girl, I'm not even dating anyone.
I don't know. Are you seeing anybody? Not that I know of. Okay. Your favorite Filipino food?
My favorite Filipino food is tinola, chicken tinola. Because my mom used to make that a lot. And I'm Ilocano. So Ilocanos knows how to make tinola. The bomb.
No shade on other Filipino, but
Yeah, because like it's the best. The bomb.
3 things that you can live without right now.
I would say I can't live without pork now, because like like when I was younger, I would eat pork, especially Filipinos. We love pork, but now I can't because I don't like the aftertaste. The second would be I can live without now is my phone. So like I can leave my phone on the table and just like focus and be present. That's a
Okay.
one.
Last one.
A third one would be I can live without now that I can relax in the weekend. I can relax on my day off where I don't have to push myself to be productive when I don't need to. when you're so exhausted and tired and worn out of work. I don't know if you can relate to this, Net, but like if you're so exhausted and tired from work, yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally get you. Fast, like lightning, or slow but steady?
Oh my god, it's like such a provocative. I would say depends. Depends on the
Depend.
person.
Oh God.
Depends on the individual.
My goodness.
I think you're just getting a sense of the direction of the Matcha Talk Podcast.
Those depend, huh?
Well, it depends on the individual. The chemistry's there, cool. If it's not, then you can just get it done and over with and goodbye. Kidding.
So we all hear that. Definitely, if you want to know, Liam is single. Hit him up.
Oh my god. I'm
I
sorry,
want to
but
know
you
the
just.
answer to that.
I know I'm single, but I still have standards.
So if you
I
want,
do
before you hit him
understand.
up, make sure you have some standards as well. Alrighty, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
answering
Ned.
those. That was fun. We never actually get a chance to ask fast questions to each other, really.
I know it's crazy because now when you're doing it, at the beginning I was just like, this is just so nervous. And I love how you're so engaging as well with that with Marky at the beginning. And
Improvement, okay? As you do this multiple episode, if you listener notice and listen to us, you can hear us that we're changing. We're improving our
we are,
podcaster skills. So
yeah. And we appreciate the 2,800 followers that we receive in our
woohoo!
Instagram and 241 in TikTok. I know we've been kind of offline in TikTok in a while, but we
Yes,
promise we will be posting it more soon than you think.
we'll
And
try.
also, we are so appreciable to our
Mhm.
Spotify followers and listeners, and the comments too. I know you guys love the episode with Mina and Marky. Those are their two popular so far,
Mhm.
and we appreciate that you guys commenting as well.
Yes, and definitely we read our comments. So any opinion, thoughts, idea, improvement, like, dislike, definitely let us know. We will try to work our best to improve ourselves.
Definitely. And always remember to be nice to yourself and nicer to others as well,
Yeah,
Well,
and for
yeah.
next year, I am looking forward to improve myself, continue our podcast, and good relationship with you, Liam. So next year, podcast will keep
Oh
going.
my god. In that I can't with you. I can't with you. I I'm looking forward for next year because I know we are going to be doing a lot of things.
Mhm.
According to Wa, we are doing a lot of things next year. Definitely. And I'm so excited for season 2 as well to come out next year as well with our journey with our new guests. I guess,
We'll
let me
hope
get some.
to
Should I give them I don't know,
get some
sneak peek
tea.
already? Should I give them a sneak peek
I
already,
don't
Ned, for season 2?
know. Should we?
Okay, but maybe just a one word. Maybe one word of just one of the guests.
Mhm.
Should I?
Why not?
Okay. Okay. Bling. Okay, that's the
Ooh, all right.
bling.
Well, hope that next year will bring you wealth, health, happiness, and this year with a
Is here the
positive vibe.
dragon, y'all. Yes.
Ooh, stay safe.
Stay safe, you guys, and happy holidays from me and Ned.
And net.
Uh, Well, I'm Ned. I'm
You're not net.
I'm taking your identity now. Just kidding. I'm Liam.
And I'm net.
And thank you for joining us here at the Matcha Talk Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, like our episode in YouTube, Instagram, and also Spotify. And also, shout out to all of our followers and Instagram, also who are supporters as well. All right. See you guys next year.
Goodbye.
Bye. We hope you enjoyed our episode of our podcast today.
Before you go, please make sure to follow us on Instagram, Matcha Talk _podcast.
Don't forget our TikTok account. It's Matcha Talks. All right. We hope to hear from you soon.
Bye.
Bye.